All right, trade recap. Another day of getting absolutely obliterated.
Bro, because I'm not going to play.
On the 15-minute, I saw that we swept Asia session highs as well as midnight opening price, and then we pushed heavily down during London session. And for that reason, we formed imbalances during London session, and I would have liked to see those imbalances filled and then allowed me to go short. There was also SMT at these highs, so I would have want to have seen this to happen. These imbalances filled, this one imbalance filled, go short. Didn't work the first time. The second time, set a trade for this second imbalance up here, another hourly one, and that also got stopped out. I definitely just looked washed. It actually works, but I'm just finished. In January, it has just not been working. This is all my backtesting data for this strategy. And I can trade emotionless, like trading on the sim and trading in real life is the same for me. Look at the level of just wins in comparison to losses. And then January is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Now I just look back. On the 4 hour, it's kind of unclear. The 1 hour shows me bearish action, a retrace. Well, this actually just shows me heavy bearish action. And we've got a potential imbalance for price to fill and continue moving downwards. Maybe I've gone wrong in that price has, say we're considering the movement of price from internal range to external range. Price moves from this internal range and it hasn't claimed lows, which is why I was expecting bearish. If I took a bullish outlook, maybe I could find some SMTs and stuff that would support that on ES. On the 1 hour, okay, so let's look at this 10 a.m. low. Was that taken on MNQ? It wasn't. Neither was it taken on ES, so that's not a bearish SMT. I actually set an alert for this high on ES to be taken, so it was taken as well. Again, no bearish SMT. So the bullish action was just a movement out of this imbalance, this 15-minute imbalance there. A bullish trade would have presented itself moving at 9 to that inversion. That would have been the potential long setup. And yeah, that would have hit their profit. But anyway, I was definitely like everything was pushing towards a bearish bias. I'm not going to sit here and act like I could have had a long bias because there was no way there would have been a long bias. Um, it's just really like I'm genuinely gonna blow this account in January. Like I'm gonna blow a couple of my accounts because I'm just getting obliterated by this January price action, and I'm following my rules to the tick. And you've seen I can show you my rules work. But in January, the probabilities are just siding on the 30% loss rate, 40% loss rate. So every trade, every loss I'm taking, I'm just de-risking. So now per trade, what I'm literally risking like point, I'm risking like 0.05% now because I'm pretty close to my max loss limit now. So I still have a 5 trade buffer. Also, the amount I can risk now is only viable with an 18-point stop, and anything above an 18-point stop, I'm going to be over risking, and that breaches the 5 trade loss limit. Yeah, rough one. I'll be honest. Pass a driving test, but you know what? I don't really care about that when this kind of stuff happens. Like, I really don't care. I was having a good day. No, I'm still having a good day. Anyway, I'm still having a good day, but like, no way is this bear. This is not bullish action. I could not have predicted this would be bullish action. If I reevaluate, price was coming down, right? Pushing downwards. We got a retrace into that gap and we pushed downwards. If I look on the 30-second, let's look on the 5-minute. Whatever time, this was during London session, pushed up into that fair value gap, came down. We didn't take any kilos. Yes, we took delos. We pushed into the value gap, came down, and we reacted out of this 15-minute bullish gap. So price has been bullish, but I don't think it was indicating enough to me that it was bullish for me to take longs. And it was much more heavy in a bearish bias. If I blow the account, I blow the account like that. I'm not stressed about that because I can pass another account. But it's not really about the money to me. It's just more about the process, and I followed my process fine. But it reaches a point where you follow your process fine so many times and you still lose, and then the losing becomes an issue. Like if you take me back to November, October, December, a loss was nothing because the win rate was so high. But now I'm literally losing more than I'm winning in Jan. This was a perfect example of a New York session reversal, literally like to the tick. But I don't know how I need to maybe watch some more ICT content like 2016, 2017 mentorship, because maybe that goes over these kind of reversals during New York session. Because it can either be a continuation or a reversal. And the continuation would have been the reaction out of this gap, like my initial idea to go short. But it was a reversal. So I guess that's something to consider, that New York session can also have a reversal. I just have to keep following my process. I'm just getting the feeling that maybe I'm just following the process wrong, but I don't think I am. Bias was definitely bearish. I don't understand why I mean, I don't have to understand. I don't understand why it's reacted out of this gap when we're clearly bearish. Like we've clearly moved out of that, come down. We could have used 15 or 5 minute gaps here to use and then push back down. If I mark out New York kill zone, 729. What's the daily saying? A bullish. London would have aligned with that. No, but it doesn't align with that candle. Well, I guess it does because it puts in a low. Yeah, I need to study this and maybe watch some more content because I'll be so honest, like January's just had me lost. And it might not even be that I need to consume more content. It may just be the case of probability, but I'm definitely going to review the price action this week. See what kind of price action has been giving me the losses, because I was watching a video today, like just now, and it was just talking about essentially how we're just chopping within the current daily range, or at least we were, and that would have signaled an untradeable opportunity, being that we haven't even taken a high, we haven't even taken a low until now. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back and see what kind of price action there has been. I think overall for the losses this month, especially this week, and go from there and just try and use that to mitigate the losses and increase the win rate.